Welcome everyone to another live stream from the Junk Man. I'm the Junk Man, obviously, and it's been a while. If you were watching my last live stream, I said, "Oh, I kind of wanted to do this a little more regularly." Well, some things come up and whatnot, and scheduling and all that, and it's just hard to find time to do this. So I appreciate you being here. Um, let's do a little house cleaning like we always do, just kind of some announcements and things. I didn't really intend this, but I'm over 21,000 subscribers, so I guess you can say this is a 21,000 subscriber thank you or special, I should say. Whereas I did the last live stream was for 20,000, which generally I only do these things every like about every 5,000 subs or yeah, about every 5,000 because I think I did. Well, I know I did 4,000 for some reason, 8 and 10, and then 10, and then I did like 15 and then 20. I mean, I've live streamed in between there on other things, but as far as a special, anyway, this one kind of was random or popped into my mind. I decided, well, you know what? Because normally I schedule these out a couple days ahead of time, so you get the notifications and get in here. So hopefully, if someone's in here watching right now, they'll pop in the chat. We'll get a dialogue going, and as we always do with these, it's just kind of a hangout type session. So I appreciate you being here, and if you're watching this archived, thanks for watching. Um, let's get this out of the way too, because I always forget this, is links in the description, goes to my website, and I think I have a link to my merch store down there. I should have my affiliate links, but I kind of forget that kind of stuff. I should set some defaults. I'm not a very good YouTuber when it comes to setting things up, for maximum revenue, and those revenue streams. So, and we've talked about that in the past. We can talk about it again, or if you got questions about how that all works. I'm pretty much an open book when it comes to that kind of stuff because I want my viewers to know that without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. Well, I wouldn't be able to live stream because even though I've been on the platform quite a bit, YouTube's set the requirements kind of high for new people coming in here. So I'm fortunate to be kind of grandfathered in with stuff like this, or enough of a following so I can do this, and that's all thanks to you and everything. So I appreciate it. You want a T-shirt like this, or well, there's more than just this kind of T-shirt. There's pillows, beach towels, leggings, and such for the women. Uh, that's kind of a joke. Was kind of put there for a joke, but you could buy them. Let's see, I got some stickers. I think I got some hats and things, and a little bit of the proceeds goes back into this channel and stuff and different projects and things. So I appreciate you visiting that. I left a link in the chat, so hopefully on chat replay that'll pop up for folks out there. So otherwise, it's in the description and things. And head to my website. I got a sponsor page, so if you want to support those kind of companies and things that have supported me, I would appreciate it. But anyway, let's see what else. Kind of house cleaning before we kind of get into the topic. Say hello in the chat if you're in here right now, and let me know you're here, because I'm taking questions on just about everything. But I kind of got one topic here that you saw the title of the video, home improvement DIY around the house type of projects, because my channel is the Junk Man's Adventures, and it's my adventures through life, which includes working on the house. Could be, so it's a little bit of everything. That's just pretty eclectic, all my hobbies or things I'm interested or working on. I try to make videos on or update posts through my Instagram and things like that. So you can go head over there. I should have that linked in the description, but I didn't put it in there. Maybe I'll update it later. You can find me on Instagram. I do post fairly accurate. I'm fairly active over there compared to other platforms. I mean, YouTube's my home, I guess you could say. I'm just not into. I'm not. I'm not young enough to be part of that real sharing generation. So I don't think about it like others. But anyway, um, other things I'm working on here that we can get into and talk about, but I'll just briefly run through it. Today, well, I put them in the trash. I get. Well, no, I got parts of it here. Um, well, just that. Did a brake job. Rotors and pads were worn out on one of my cars, so took care of that. Another thing that's up on the block here is my Dodge pickup. Um, One wheel cylinder, it's weeping. I wouldn't say it's leaking, but it looks like, well, it looks like it's been weeping. I guess it's not a mess in there or nothing, but some of the brake dust is has collected around. So I got two of them. If we're gonna do one, we're gonna do them both. They're like the forget, these were like under $10 or something, you know, and probably just as good as OEM. I mean, I'll get hate in the comments for saying that, but whatever. But anyway, around the little rubber O-ring here, where the little things push the brake pads out, or the shoes, I should say. There was a little bit on one side, so it must be weeping. And of course, they're the originals, so it stands to reason they need repaired. I gotta do that. That's going to be a little bit of a job because the lines, you know, these the lines in there are usually kind of stuck in a little bit of a chore. So, and I'm going to probably flush the braking system. Well, actually, I know I am going to flush the braking system on it because it could always use that. That's something that most people don't do, and I only do when I'm doing major things like replacing a caliper or a wheel cylinder like this, for example. I'm not one of those that are anal that changes it every 5 years like the manual or whatever says. Um, or you know, because brake fluid's hydroscopic. I'm getting in the weeds on this. We don't need to talk about that. Yeah, so that's another thing. I didn't film the brake job. There's tons of those on YouTube. I can't really add much. Maybe the wheel cylinder I will. I mean, those videos are all over. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. I could possibly live stream that, but it'd be kind of boring because you wouldn't be able to see anything because it'd be dark and I wouldn't be able to position my camera. And that's another thing. I watch other YouTubers my size and, of course, larger live streams, and I know a lot of people use a phone or whatever, and that's perfectly acceptable, fine. Um, I have used the phone. My phone's not a whoop-de-doo phone, but it works. It'll do it. It'll do the job. Not as great as a high-end phone. So I am using, and I can't show you the exact camera I'm using. That's a good one. This is my cheap secondary camera. But you know, I'm using a webcam of some sort. This is a cheap camera. I would not recommend this one. It works, does the job. But this was like $25, $30. It is HD technically, but it's manual focus, and I didn't know that at the time. I mean, it's okay, but when it gets hot, it kind of gets out of focus, and you got to refocus it. But anyway, so I'm running that through a PC and through my wired internet connection, and we're pumping out about we're getting well over 3,100 kilobytes per second, so that's a pretty good rate. I don't have the best upload speed, so I can't push it probably much farther than that, or I guess you guys would see a bunch of buffering and things. But the CPU will handle it. So that's another thing I'm doing. Oh yeah, and if you're following me, well, no, I did post that on YouTube, but I also posted on Instagram. Another project coming up here is, let's see, is this sorry, I'm adjusting settings here. Is this little toy here? It's a John Deere 3010. I mean, I put the numbers on 3010, 4020. I mean, it's kind of hard to exactly because they look very much the same. This actually would be a probably a 3010, but anyway. This is a first release because they did at least a second release, I know, in the early 90s, which I have a boxed copy of that toy. And actually, it's a mistake, or has a casting or assembly, I should say, mistake. I'll tell you a little bit about that. But this is the first release of this toy, and you know, on camera, you'd say it looks pretty good. This I restored or painted or fixed up because it was all beat up, really beat up, and I painted it. I have some pictures. I don't have them scanned, so I can't show you them, but they'll probably be in the video if I can. I'll put them in the video. But I painted this. Brush painted it, actually. Did a pretty good job. And I painted the graphics and everything and the numbers and everything by hand. That, you know, obviously they're not perfect, but what was I, 10 or 11 when I did this or something like that? I don't remember exactly, but what age. But I was still of an age where I would play with a toy like this. So that's why I wanted to fix it up, because I wanted it to look nice. It was missing a few things. It was missing, well, and actually you can see this part of the 3-point, and at the time I didn't know how to fix that or whatever. I got some replacement parts way later from Dakota Toys, a seat, because it's broken off in there. It's the casting. So this is a replacement seat, so I'll have to either epoxy or something in there. And then the steering wheel was busted, so I got a new steering wheel. But I got that later, and then of course I was older and I didn't know how to put it in there, and of course it got put in the closet and left, you know, and new muffler, the muffler was gone. So anyway, I have all parts for it. So basically it took me 30 something years, and we're gonna revisit this. So that's coming up, and I don't know when, honestly. I got other things I'm wanting to work on and everything, but I can't. I have limited time to film this because I think I brought this up in my last live stream. Is doing a project and filming it and then editing it just makes the project take 2 to 3 times longer, and sometimes things I just want to get them done. But something like that I do want to share with the world. So I am waiting until I can, and I do start and stop projects here, but I have a hard time. It's like I like to see a project through. I don't like to start and stop. It's kind of like you know, some people, they restore a car and stuff, and granted, those take a long time, but you know, some people, they take 20 years. I'm more like, you know, like if I was going to do car or something, I'd be like, can I wouldn't start it if I knew I couldn't finish it in a reasonable amount of time. Now a car, what's a reasonable amount of time? I don't know, a couple years, something like that, because you'd want to drive it. Well, in this case, this project, you know, I'm going to want to, this one, either display it or have my son play with it. Well, I don't want him to wait. I don't want him to be going off to college when I get this done. So, you know, I'm not started on that. I don't know when I'm going to start on that, but, you know, check back, keep subscribed, ring that bell, make sure you'll get to see that. So, anyway, looks like we got a few people in watching here, just not a lot of activity in the chat, and that's okay. I'll keep talking because I want to get into the real topic here is, you know, home improvement or home improvement projects. You know, I'll ask in the chat, what are you working on, you know? Whoops. What are you working on? Okay. Can't type and talk very good. Anyway, a project I'm working on is I'm working on siding my house, and it's been I kind of start and stop on it, and obviously funding it and stuff. I like most people, you know, can't write that. Well, I guess I could write that check outright. I just don't want to because I'm doing it myself. I'm not gonna get it all done at one shot, so I'm kind of piecing it out here. And part of this is because I am this part, and I'm going to show you something here of what I'm using. Show you kind of what I'm using for my siding, because I'm doing or I have done the facade, and I'm doing I have a chimney kind of thing, and I'm wrapping it with this kind of unique siding. So let's see, I'll get right into it here, and if I did this right, um, I made it so I can cap. Okay. All right. Sorry about the audio. Okay. Sorry about the audio, folks. I goofed that up. Let me fix this here. Let me see if I can do this on the fly here. See, I haven't done this part before. Let me add the window capture here if I can do. Okay, there we go. Um, okay, I'll just plaster it over my face. Okay. Um, all right. All right, let's start over. Um, yeah, whatever. I got to reconfigure this a little bit. Okay. Um, okay. Guys, can you hear that? Okay. Audio back and everything. All right. Ishmael, can you give me a test in the chat? All right. Um, I forgot that when I change my scenes, the audio goes away. So, like I said, doing this on the fly. So in the chat, let me know if you got audio. Should have audio. Okay. Who else is in the chat? And say hello. I see you, Strawberry Moose. I know who you are. But Good. I didn't set the window capture part up quite right. Let me do this. Let's get the. We don't need to see the address bar. Let's make this a little bit bigger here. We can kind of do something like that. There we go. How about that? We good? We good? Okay, sounds like we're good. Okay, get back to it. Okay. Since you didn't hear anything I was saying, this is my website. And this is a blog posting, putting up this siding here. You can see a before picture of my house here, and then after doing just the front facade part. There's a video about it, so you can go find that on my channel. Here's pictures of what it looks like. This is a vinyl siding product, and I really like it. It's very durable. I forget, it's got a fire rating on it. I forget which one. It's a decent one. It's been very impact resistant. I've gotten hail, especially on that side here. It's impacted it and hasn't broken it, and it's had pretty good hail. Granted, my house looks different. I have gutters. I have done the soffits and things. This was just when I got the siding up, but you can see my chimney on the side here. This is what this is what I'm working on, and as adding the same stuff, wrapping the chimney like the corners here. And here's a little bit of close-up, kind of gives you an idea of what the corners look like and everything. Like I said, it's easy. It goes up easy. You can watch the video and see how I installed it. Here's a different view. You can see the how the corners look. It's just J channel, and I'm going to have a different type, like a lap type siding, the rest of the house, because this stuff, while it's inexpensive for this type of siding, and type of look, a faux rock look, it is a lot more expensive than just your standard run-of-the-mill siding. So Ishmael says backer board. Well, I'm going right over my siding, because my siding, it's wood siding, kind of that compressed. It's in great shape. Like I said, it's soft. That's all that this or really any vinyl siding requires, is just a good just a good solid base to nail it into. If your siding's rotten or whatever, you're going to have to do something, tear it off and put, like chipboard or something. But anyway, this is the existing siding. Like I said, I need to back up a little bit here and explain. I was needing to paint my house. The paint wasn't peeling, but it was just faded. It just looked bad. Just needed spruced up. I didn't have any really rot or anything, but it's just like I either need to paint my house or side my house to make it look, that curb appeal kind of thing. And this is what I decided to go with. And I was like, well, I'll just cover it up. So I'm just, just go right over it, which is not uncommon. But like I said, if your siding is completely degraded, that like a nail won't hold in it, then obviously you're going to have to rip your existing siding off and put it up, because I got there's 2-inch foam and of course my vapor barrier and all that behind that existing siding. So this is more just a facade, and then I don't have to paint anymore. So and that hopefully answers what you're saying with the backer board there anyway. So let's see, that's all the pictures I kind of really have. Here's a different picture, and like I said, I've landscaped a little bit different. Like I said, I got gutters and everything, but you can see the top of my chimney, and that's what I'm working on right now, is finishing wrapping the chimney. It's the same stuff, just I got corners and a little bit of a complex cut because of the roof line and stuff, but I like the stuff. It's been up 2 years. I haven't had any trouble. No damage from hail. it's almost impervious to just about anything, according to them and me, because it's gotten beaten up or beaten against with some pretty big balls of hail and stuff. So I'm pretty much sold on it as a product. But let's see, I was saying, yeah, I'm gonna go. Let's get back to that picture. I'm gonna go with a different, like a shiplap or some type of lap type look siding there, because it's much cheaper. This stuff, and I don't have the I don't have the exact pricing. Well, actually, you know what? Because I got this window here, let's just, because I have. Let's see. Does this? Yeah, we can. Oh, that's gonna open a different window. Hold on here. Sorry. Oh, well, okay. It's okay. I'm gonna have to resize the window here. Let's just do. You know, pro YouTubers, they know how to do this better. Okay. This is the company I bought it from. No fading, no chalking, no, not at all. That's the thing. After 2 years, I'm sure after 30 or some years, it's gonna probably degrade or more. But no, not at all. And actually, I kept all my cuts and my other pieces, and I just had them laying outside on the ground, and and they're still in perfect shape, and they get 100% direct sunlight, or have for 2 years, and they look the same. Whereas like on the house, it gets shaded parts of the day. So nope, no fading, no cracking. Okay. Anyway, we're going to look at this. Okay. This company has a lot of different kinds of siding products, all made differently. This is their only like vinyl siding. Come on. Product they have. The others are different. So anyway, here it is, and I actually chose the Mesa, and price has gone up a little bit, but there you are. There's your pricing on it. Minimum 12 panels, so a box is $276.60. As you can see there. Hopefully you can. Yeah, okay, I got the window set up right. Let me get back here. Yeah, so here it is. This is what I'm using. This is what I'm putting up, and this is what a panel looks like. I guess we can go to close-ups. Let's see how that looks. Okay, yeah, you guys can see that. All right. It's got it, hooks together on the end here, and it's very dimensional. It's fairly thick, dimensionally, which is kind of neat. Obviously it's an impression kind of thing, but if you can kind of see there's some dimension to it. So, I mean, like I said, it doesn't fool you when you get up to it, but when you touch it, it's got the contours of the type of rock it's emulating. And actually, I believe they built their mold off of real rocks, so that's partly why. So it's kind of an injection molded, my understanding. So pretty neat stuff. But anyway, a little pricey compared to just standard old vinyl siding or shiplap. But that stuff's kind of boring. But I wouldn't put this all over my house either. It would be just too much of a look. Let's get down here and read the description. Class A fire rating. Now, I don't know much about fire ratings, but it has a fire rating, which may be important to people. There's some of the specs and stuff. You can kind of look there. Weatherproof near zero UV degradation, and like I said, the panels that have sat in the sun, for 2 years, direct sunlight, just by accident. Honestly, I wasn't doing a test. Are in perfect shape. So I kind of believe that. Thing is, to install, you do need a starter strip for it. As with anything, regular vinyl siding needs this as well. And this starter strip is not specialized. It's a standard, whatever they call that, profile, S profile or something. So, if you had a home center nearby that had starter strip, in a similar color, which actually you don't really even see the starter strip, so it doesn't have to be anything special. Um, you know that. And then it does need a J channel, but it needs a J channel like this, about a, I think it's, well, it says dimensions 1 inch high. I don't think that's the exact dimension in there, but it's a little wider than standard J channel for like a shiplap or a lap sighting, because like I said, it's got that dimension to it. So, you know, you can buy it through them, or you can do your own thing there, because it's just a general um, color. It's not like color matched, but it's so you can find anything close to it. So if your home center or siding outlet place has J channel cheaper, you know, you wouldn't have to buy it through here. Let's put it that way. Accessories. Let's go down the line here. I guess this may seem like a commercial for it. It's not. This is not sponsored. I just like the product, and this is a project I'm working on, and I thought I'd share it. So I want to be clear out there, I'm not sponsored here. I will have a video about this install though, and the blog. That's why I have links in there, because let's stop a little bit and talk about that. I only do things like this, you know, put a link to the product, or when I'm not sponsored. When I'm sponsored, you're going to know it. I'm going to tell you, and it's going to be in the video. It's going to be in the description and all that, so you can determine, you know, if I sold out or what. But I do very few sponsored videos. But something like this, you know, I'm not getting a kickback or nothing from the company. No affiliate links or anything here. You won't find anything or that. But I believe in the product, and I'm using it, and I have firsthand experience. I had to purchase it. That's why it's not sponsored. I had to purchase out of pocket for this stuff. And so there's no conflict of interest here, and that's why I'm showing it off, because I think it's a good product. And only when I really believe in something, in a product, and the customer service on this is great the first go around, because I was apprehensive. It's a lot of money to spend on really just a facade that you're putting on your house. It's not really that functional, other than it is keeping my siding from degrading, because this is vinyl siding is not 100% waterproof, obviously, but it's very weather or water resistant, as in only a little bit of water may get through, but that's the thing. My siding, it's going to roll off or evaporate. Anyway, I'm getting down the weeds a little bit, but anyway, that's why I'm going through this here. But accessories here, getting back to that. The corners, which you saw in my pictures, which I can turn back here. There we go, right there. That's the corner pieces. They're about 5 foot tall, and I think they look great. They assemble with 2 pieces of J channel for each part, and you just, you know, nail them in the corner, and they look pretty good. Let's do the close-ups here. You can maybe kind of see here. Let me make sure you guys are seeing this okay. Okay, good. Looks good. You know, close up there. Yeah, that's what the corner looks like. That's the inside of it. Like I said, it requires the J channel, or any J channel for that matter, for proper installation. It hooks, kind of snaps into the J channel, and there you go. They recommend putting couple of little 1-inch beads of like silicone or some type of a little bit of adhesive. Silicone's good enough adhesive for vinyl and stuff, just to kind of hold it in place, but it's mostly from it probably sliding up and down a little bit, but still allowing for some expansion and contraction, because it clips around there, around the J channel. So anyway, this transition sill, I have no experience with this, but this would be if you wanted to make a horizontal break. So you'd install this. Kind of uses a J channel, but the more common narrower J channel. And this must be different colors. Yeah, different colors. You know, they got this wall cap. I have no experience with this stuff, but that's kind of, you know, something if you kind of half wall or something, post cap or something here, kind of finish things off. So a little keystone type thing. I don't know how you'd use that, but hey, they make it. I have no experience with that. I suppose that's like over a door or window if you wanted to add a little extra pizzazz to your install, I'm guessing. Trim blocks here. Actually, I should look into these for another idea. I didn't think about it till just now. And then this deal here, I guess, if you needed to skirt an area, use these. But, looking at them and what they are, seems like you could kind of build that yourself. So, but if you're not handy like that, look, they sell it, I guess. So, anyway, kind of went through the website. I mean, we're not going to look at anything else because I don't know about any of this other product because I've not used it. It looks cool, but anyway, this is what I'm using. This is what I'm doing. I'm installing it on my chimney. Let's get to that. If you can see my mouse cursor going around there. I just, like I said, I knew I could get the front done, and that's about all I wanted to spend to get started here. At first, and now I'm ready to kind of finish the job. I do have a little upper area, which I don't know if any of these pictures are going to show it here. No, I guess they don't really. Well, actually, you can kind of see it here in the video preview or whatever. Is I got some windows up there, and I need to replace those windows. They're not leaking or nothing. They're just old and look kind of ugly. So I'm gonna replace those, and then I'll put a little bit this up here. It's just a teeny little area, just add a little bit of dimension and kind of interest up there. The rest of the house will be some other kind of shiplap. I've said that before. So anyway, that's the kind of DIY like house project thing I've been working on, and that's what I'm working on right now. And I'm not actually installing it right now. Right now, I'm prepping because I needed to take down some old wooden trim and things like that, and then do some flashing in a couple of places since I took that trim off. So, but that's pretty much all done and prepped there. So, yeah. So I guess, what do you guys think? I mean, if you've made it this far watching the archive stream, what do you think? Leave a comment below. If you're in the chat right now and can comment, let me know. Let me know if you think it looks terrible, or if you really like it, or if you think it's kind of interesting. I'd love your opinion on it, just because that's why I put myself out here. But anyway, we could go through my website a little bit. I kind of thought about doing that, but I'm not going to really go through too much here. But yeah, if you've never been to my website, this isn't the front page. Here's the front page. So if you head to the link in the description, I mean, check it out. I need to do some. I'm on desktop here, of course. It looks a little bit different on mobile. I need to do some revamping of some things. But I do add things to it all the time. So how-to videos here. Bombard Fresh Motorcycle, click there. Toy Restorations recently made a page because I've got a bunch of them now. So if you want to go see extra pictures and things, I got pictures there. You can read a little bit about me. I should probably update my bio I have there because it's kind of old. Here's good repair and service manuals. Here's some, I got scans, info, things I've created that are helpful for all kinds of stuff. Click there if you're interested in that. Actually, that makes me think about something that I don't know if I want to go into here. I kind of wanted to get into a YouTube comment that I got. Maybe I'll do that here. F9 project. That's the other. Well, the F9, the motocrosser. There's my link to my store. You can go to Teespring. Actually, let's head over there because I don't talk about it enough, but we can look at it here. Yeah, it looks okay on the screen. But anyway, uh, this is through Teespring. I have various T-shirts and things that I've created, mostly branded stuff. This is kind of a joke, that inside joke with a few people I know, internet friends and whatever. So I decided to kind of make it in the um, into a T-shirt, and like I said, I get a couple bucks back. I make a couple bucks when you buy this stuff. And when I say a couple bucks, it is a couple bucks, because you know, the store that does it, of course, needs to get their cut. So I would go through some of this stuff. There's that the sweatshirt. We got a long sleeve shirt. We got socks. Actually, they're pretty comfy. T-shirt I'm wearing. I got a mug, which I have a mug. Sticker. Um, got a there. Ladies kind of fitted. Hoodie. Got a beach towel. We got a pillow. Now Barn Fresh kind of merch here, or branded socks, so you can have wood grain on your socks, and then leggings for the women out there, and it says Barn Fresh on each side, and looks like you have wooden calves. Pillow, and then a little vinyl cut sticker here. These are I don't have one handy to show you, but these are really come on, there it goes. This is a really high quality decal, actually. Um, Nice vinyl cut decal. So you know, look, mug. There you go. There's a little bit better. The socks and stuff. Beach towel's nice. It's a nice quality. That's the thing, is it's kind of quality stuff here. The OG content creator, actually a YouTuber friend of mine, kind of made the graphic, and he's like, "You need to put this up there." So I did. But I should add some other things and different things and change some things. But anyway, that's some pretty cool stuff. You can check me out there. Buy something if you like. Um, since we're running through things here. You know, sponsors, a few things here, a couple things, Haynes and Climber Manual. Of course, you can donate by super chat if you want. Actually, I used to have more sponsors, but I kind of pared it down because I can't please everybody, and I really should do more stuff if I wanted to really really get some revenue going from these other things, but kind of not. Like I said, I like just doing it whenever I want, and then to the blog. So got some other pages down here. Goes to service manuals, have some behind the scenes stuff. Media appearances, that's media, other media I've been in, print and video and other things. That's outside of my YouTube channel, and you know, on other people's stuff. So you might want to check that out. Let's see if the YouTuber live count is still going. Looks like that's not working. Oh yeah, it is working. Okay. Yeah. So that's why I didn't intend it, but we're kind of that's my current subscriber. Current subscriber level. I just went over 21,000, so I guess you could kind of say this is a celebration. So thanks everyone for doing that. You know, unless anybody has some comments or something in the chat, you know, I'm gonna probably kind of call it, wrap it up. It's only been about 45 minutes. I only like try to go about an hour or something. That's about going to be live streaming. Anyway, it'll be me working on a project. I'll not disclose it here, other than I'll say it's not going to be a restoration, but I am going to be making something. It's going to be pretty intricate. There's a lot of detail to it. So I think you guys will like it, and it'll be kind of fun. It's kind of stressful. You'll get to see me do it. It won't be a project I'll be able to complete within one live stream, but it'll be kind of like some live streams I've done in the past where I did them in consecutive nights. I don't know that I'll do that, but I'll try to do them on a regular interval. So those of you guys want to follow along, you can kind of maybe plan your schedules around it. I mean, that's what a professional YouTuber would do, would be have a set schedule and stick to it. Well, I do this when I can, and I wish I would do it more. A lot of it is just time and sometimes motivation, but seeing your likes and your comments come through is plenty of motivation, and that's why I get around to doing it. So, okay, we're gonna wrap this up here. Appreciate you guys tuning in, all that you guys who did. If you're watching this archived and you made it clear to the end, hit subscribe. If you're not subscribed, hit that bell so you get an email notification when I go live, because I know YouTube doesn't always tell you if you don't hit that bell, and it doesn't always show up in your feed. So, I don't know. That's about it. I probably should have pimped something else, but I can't think of it right now. So, alrighty. Well, catch you later. Thanks for watching.